So I accidentally unlocked hard mode. Yeah. Hard mode on life at the moment. Totally accidentally, not on purpose, unlocked it. And that's why Vlogmas has been missing. So, hi guys! Sorry about Vlogmas suddenly disappearing for basically a whole week. I have not given up on it actually, and I actually have had a great chance to do some deep introspection. I've been doing some journaling and reflecting on why we have goals and what the point of giving yourself goals and challenges really is under all of the layers. I have once again embraced the very bold and difficult for me to do concept of picking up the schedule and just yeeting it right out my window and like saying goodbye and living life according to whatever I need at the moment. And what I need at the moment, unfortunately, is a lot of rest because my wisdom tooth has finished growing in and it's going the wrong way and it's causing me intense migraines. So yeah, this is not as cheerful as our normal updates, but in usual series style, I kind of waited to tell you guys until I could collect myself enough to kind of try to look at the bright side of things. The bright side of things is that I will be able to get my tooth operated on eventually. And Chips has been so sweet and kind to me, and there are ways that I have been able to kind of cope with the pain and the migraines, and this may be a great opportunity for me to go ahead and maybe pick out some books that I've really been wanting to read and curl up on the couch with the heat pad smashed to my face and just let this ride out. And it may be a great opportunity for me to go ahead and kick off what I actually thought I was going to do in January with finding a way to sort of change the pacing of what I do on the main gaming channel so that I can really relax a little bit more and stop these constant like waves of crashing into burnout because I'm always trying to produce so much on the gaming channel that I do. That was a lot of information kind of thrown at you at once. Let's back up a little bit and I will tell you the story of what started happening last week. Last week, I started getting these really bad headaches, and Chips and I tried everything because these headaches were quickly turning into migraines as the day went on, and that sucked. And for some reason, my migraines were worse when I would be recording in batches at my computer and just trying to tell all of the stories that we have, and it gets so bad I couldn't even think straight, and I couldn't even have my usual heart of like curiosity and adventure and creativity. It was so weird and surreal to sit there with all of my adventures at my disposal, ready to record, and because of the pain in my jaw and my head, I couldn't think of anything to say. Like, I couldn't think of some way to make Wildberry adorable and cute because there was this haze of like, this really sucks. My head is pounding. I can't think straight. This sucks going on. We tried some medicine. We thought maybe I was sitting incorrectly, so we spent like a whole day looking up even more posture techniques for sitting or standing, depending on how I wanted to work at my desk. We tried that. We tried, he like massaged my shoulders for like 3 days straight to see if I was just carrying too much stress and tension in my shoulders. I took a couple days off of doing anything just to see if that would help. Suspiciously it did, but I didn't feel like it was stress related. And then Chips had the brilliant idea of looking in my mouth. And because he has a philosophy that most illnesses in life can be solved if you look in someone's throat. I'll save that conversation for another day. But in this case, it was true. So Chips looked at my mouth and we noticed that the final wisdom tooth that has been growing in, even though I'm 33, it still hadn't grown in as of like 2 or 3 years ago last time I went to the dentist. It just like was thinking about it. The dentist, I remember he was like, it may never come in. That's okay. But it looked fine on the x-rays, just tucked up like a late bloomer. Well, it's finally come in and it's here and it's sideways. I always thought that when people said their teeth grew in backwards or grew in sideways, I was like, what on earth? Teeth don't do that, they go down. And then Chips took a picture to show me of my tooth. And my tooth, like all the other teeth, are lined up nice and tidy, like this, right? Tooth, tooth, tooth. And then my wisdom tooth is going like in this direction. So my wisdom tooth's doing this. pushing into all those other teeth, and you can actually see where it's started to shove them out of alignment and where it's putting pressure on my TMJ nerve, which is very sensitive for me because I tend to clench my teeth when I get stressed. And unfortunately, I work in a high-end kind of like gig economy job where there's often periods of stress. So I thought it was stress because it was such a familiar pain. Turns out it's my tooth physically colliding into the other teeth and shoving them, and it's legitimately, it looks like one of those Escher weird staircase things. Chips wanted me to show you guys a picture, and I was like, no. But it looks like something out of one of those weird staircase things where like my tooth is actually sideways, and I don't understand how that's humanly possible, but that's what's happened. So all of that really detailed information about the state of my dental health is to say that right now I'm kind of going in and out of periods of really major migraines where I really can't do anything all day other than rest, which is Chip's like cheering because he's always trying to get me to rest. But even now I'm starting to get a little tired, and I kind of can feel it coming up because unfortunately one of the worst side effects of this is the more I talk, the more it causes the headaches and the migraines to kind of come up and across. And it's very hit and miss right now, where I can be fine for several hours and then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, not fine. I can be fine eating some food and chewing on it, and then the next meal might trigger a migraine that has me down for like a whole nap for like 2 hours. Sucks. Good news is we do have some dental insurance through Chips's amazing university where he is still getting his PhD in history, and we will be able to find help. The bad news is it's, you know, Christmas week. It's the holiday season. We live out of state from where his university in Michigan is located because we're living in North Carolina right now. And if you're not familiar with American insurance companies, it basically means that it's a big pain to find somebody in our area who will take our insurance. But we can, just we're gonna need to wait till like mid-January before we can see somebody. And then we might need to wait even longer before they can do something. The good news is the worst of the pain seems to have subsided, and I think I'll be able to start like kind of, I hesitate to say catching up with myself because I don't want to put more pressure on myself right now. But I ended up having to change the schedule. That's how I'll do it. But basically, I think that so many of us, and I see it because, you know, Inktober was recent and NaNoWriMo was recent. I see so many people who have these goals where the true value under it is that they want to grow as artists. They want to grow as writers. Maybe you have a goal to like run every day, or maybe you have a goal to try to study like enough words in another language every day. Whatever those goals are, I've seen so many people, myself included, destroy themselves and prevent their own growth or even hurt their own growth because they're trying to adhere to a schedule, because the narrative in the productivity community and in the like getting things done community is so strong that it's a daily thing and that you have to set a schedule and you have to like time block and stuff like that. And because the narrative in the society we live in is really geared towards getting the most productivity for capitalistic purposes out of you every day that it can. And this is really kind of all over the place now, I realize. But basically what I'm trying to say is now I'm reassessing all of my goals. And I'm asking, is this going to be the direction I want to grow in? And will adhering to this goal in this way, or doing this goal in this way, cause me to not grow in healthy ways? Because if I told myself the most important thing right now is to get a vlog for Vlogmas out every single day on this December schedule, then I would not grow in healthy ways because I'd push myself when my health is saying, stop, rest, you got to right now. And then I realized that I'm following the goal in the wrong way. And the true value of the goal is in building community here, is in connection, is in reminiscing, is in being able to set a goal and a dream and achieve it in a way where I grew the best to get there. So that's why over the next couple weeks, I hope to catch up with our Vlogmas. My goal in a healthy growth way is to get even more creative. Maybe I will finally actually do some of those crafts I've been talking about, and it might just be happy music and some subtitles so I can rest my jaw while I try to create the secret little crafts I want to get done for Chips before Christmas. Maybe I will just use the time to look over a bunch of the old footage that I have from our vlog adventures and create some cool vlogs out of that. I'm going to grab the goals that I've created for myself and I'm going to kind of shake them off. I'm going to yeet that idea of a schedule and like looking at my Google Calendar to determine how I behave from a day-to-day basis or what I should do out the window. I'm just going to ask myself, how can I achieve this goal in a way that helps me grow the best? Because I've rambled so long. Thankfully, right now is kind of a patch of time where it doesn't hurt to talk very much, so yay. But there we go, you guys. So that's where I've been for Vlogmas. I have unfortunately unlocked hard mode in life right now. I think that this may actually be a great opportunity for me though, because now I just have even more creative ways to think about how I want to reach the goals I do have. It may be that I am thinking about how to grow in the best way and how to let go of things as prep for maybe needing to finally let go of the 3 video a day schedule for a little while or longer on our gaming channel while I go ahead and give myself some much needed rest and maybe actually give myself a moment to celebrate. Yo, Siri, you hit 10,000 subscribers was a long time ago. 10,000 videos on the gaming channel. Good job. I haven't really stopped the pace and I haven't really given myself time to just kind of sit with that stunning accomplishment and just kind of soak it in since it happened. And I'm kind of looking forward to maybe just some time in the next few weeks, even if it's looking forward to getting jaw surgery done. Yay. Don't Google what that looks like, by the way. I made the mistake of watching some YouTube videos about what it looks like to have this type of tooth extracted, and it took like 3 hours for Chips to calm me down. Don't do that. But anyway, yeah, just a lot about goals, a lot about adjusting to things in life, and asking yourself, what's the best way you can really grow to reach a goal? It might be very, very different from the Pomodoro time blocking technique that you thought you had to force yourself into to get it done. So we're gonna get creative about finishing off Vlogmas, and I'm going to be really brave, and Chips told me that I'm gonna have to be brave because it's really scary and hard to potentially let go of the way I've run the main channel for literally 8 years now in order to just not make this worse. The worse I get stressed, the worse this condition gets, the more the migraines happen. And I don't think I could ask for a more like on the nose, exceptionally series specific sign from the universe, if we're going to call it that, to just chill and rest a little while than this. So I'm gonna look at the bright side and really try really hard not to think about what it's gonna be like to have my wisdom tooth taken out. Oh, that's scary. There, ramble over. I'll see you guys later.